Imbuzweni siyabheka.
Guys, come on umfundisi la, ne? Remember? Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for those who have subscribed, and for those who haven't, press that button, do the right thing. So you remember so yeah, today you get to meet the husband. So here is Apostle Msiza here. We'll first introduce ourselves. Okay, we'll let him introduce himself because I think okay. Right, baby?
Abshe. Uyake uPastor Msiza lona umyeni olosisi ya ibuluza imi ithama lakhona. Muruti Msiza. Right. Bandla the Kingdom Power Church International.
Amen. Do you remember how we met?
Ya kancane ngiyakhumbula besihamba ngemoto sizula sihamba nomntwana wami untombazana uwini meet a church wena usekretary we-youth madoda
you're fast forwarding. No, it's actually fast forwarding, guys. Okay, let's take it really back. So
okay, step by step.
I met this guy at a youth service.
Oh yeah.
Ngimenyiwe by a member of his church. So okay, was like, no, you need to come see my pastor. And so I went. It was a youth service, so I went and I saw this pastor. I mean, I even remember Proverbs, like, so yeah, the pastor was Shumaeli. But like pastor, because I mean, two pastor, Shumaeli. And then Mapunya at church, the girl was like, come meet my pastor. And then I meet your pastor, because Bumbile there that day is like, hello, I keep it demeanor. Marugel, okay, because of Figile. So yeah, so pastor's fast forwarding. And then after that, I think I went to his church with a friend of mine. And so I think that's when the pastor started seeing this, this young girls like, this one I want. So what I want to ask, was it love at first sight? Was it not?
Ngazi bengibheka nje amehlo nje agijima all over abantu bangijabulele ngishumele kamnandi nawe yeza bakubaka introducer inhliziyo ngithi uyafuneka wena kapilo kuyabuwa yimaka sizobona ukuthi sitholana kanjani. Nkosi siyasebenza la umuntu esontweni sakhona dukuduku saka involve esontweni dukuduku saku youth committee dukuduku sengitravula naye. Nkosi siyasebenza. The rest is history.
The rest is history.
22 years later we are still here.
Yes, we are definitely still here.
20 years later we are still here.
Definitely we are still here.
Yeah, it was not an easy journey. But mina ngize ngibuya emshadweni. Ngihamba nabantombazana ayi-2, Winnie noThabi, nali Jiji nayo lana likhona eduze.
Yes.
Mina vele indawo zomjolo zangizingene ngifuna umshado. Hayi Jiji nayo libamba laliyeka lana. Hayi. Ngapha ngisebenzi ngapha ngabe family umsapho lo baba lo ngasebenzi unabantwana mthwalo lo muntu lona manje. Mara usisi lo wathi hayi mina ngibona amandla la. Kune potential. Hallelujah.
Mawubhekile lo sisibeka bonani.
Asimazi. Nasimazi ukuthi ubona ngimutho. Asimazi. Mara ke Inkosi yazi yona, the things were down and out from my side. Rejected by people, by the church, because umfundisi udivorcile and amanga yakigijima umfundisi ujolile. Lies goes fast, but truth prevails. Amaqiniso amanye avele late ukuthi kwenzekani emshadweni wami. Angifuni ukublame umuntu, but then lasisi kune direction usiyapi. Nayi ingane zami ezithu azimfundi next. Amantombazana athathana ubababo bafuna ukuzibona abantu bababo. But uNkulunkulu maneuver with us. Wamenda ubuhlobo phakathi kwami nabantwana bakhe abantwana bami abantwana naye namhlanje hayi no seJerusalem phumile eGilgal phumile eBeirut. Life it was not easy to live in a branded family. Umfundisi is not a normal life. When you forced it to live it normal, sometimes in a limar. Nathi will slimaza endleleni ushado kushwa phela because sifuna adjust abantwana nabo bakrebe nalo sihlwane naye ungihlwane naye ufuna ukulwa nami mara ulwa ngabantwana. It was just chaos. But 20 years later I was still hanging. Amen. Phela umhlangano sambe emakhaya.
No worries. So, what would you say to families, parents who are going through a blended family, those who are starting, those who are in the middle, those who are ready to give up? What advice would you give to them?
Khona akusulula ukunika advice because ezinye izinto fanele usizumusa kaNkulunkulu ukuthi uzinqobe. Number 1, nangobe ubaba uze nabantwana. Bayeke bathola indlela bona yokuphila nalomshadayo. Nangobe umama uze nabantwana, labantwana bayeke bafunde ukuphila nalabo wena ufuna ukuphila naye. But nofuna ungena in between. We're going to drag things going forward. Umngane wami usole mahlangu wathi kimi, "Hey bhuti, inkinga yakho ukuthi wena uvimbela labantwana baphile nomngakho babe nenkinga bona bazisolve bona." And kwangisiza lokho because ngathi nasibona bawula baceda. Now they're more closer than mina nabo. Therefore, nangobe uze nabantwana emshadweni. Ungafuni ukuba protect because ungafuni lo oze naye kube umama kulaba because akusuye meke aphindela akhona ngayo ngamforce ukuthi ngoba abantwana bakho nabantwana bakhe asipanjalo ngeke kwenzeke lokho beze nawe mos yena yakho emotional attached uwo mos wena umntwana afuna amatiki we3000 wena uzowathenga manje uzothi adura sithenge 1000 wena uthi yabazonda unama facts unama emotions. Facts versus emotions is chaos. Therefore, my emotions lower than factual. Then I'm going to do something. I can drink to that. Oh.
We don't have any water near us, so yeah.
Give me water. Get water in that.
We'll wait on the thing. So guys, we have Ashmina. I'm a physical touch person. So you guys don't mind. I'll keep on touching the pasta.
I'm a kissing one.
Why on the cheek? So yeah, that's what we do. That's what we do. So we have an audience actually, guys. Yeah. So we'll allow them to ask us a question and then we'll respond. Okay. Got a question, audience?
Okay. Question from the audience. Hello, viewers. Sinasibu background.
Yeah.
Okay, my first question for you guys is, actually, I want you guys to ask this question to each other.
Mm-hmm.
How am I doing as a husband? How am I doing as a wife?
All right, guys, I hope you heard that, but if you didn't, the question is, ask each other how you are doing. So, as a wife and as a husband. So who's going to start?
How I'm doing as a husband?
Yes.
I think I'm doing fine. I'm always being told I'm a good father, but not a good husband. But I think I'm both.
Yeah.
I'm good in both. I'm a good father, and I'm a good husband. Yeah, I think I'm grand. Ngiyashaya lento.
Yes.
Ngiphiwe kulento. Ukuba ubaba nokuba
Umyeni.
yeah. No, I think isikhulume esibuzile. No, I think mina personally I'm doing my best. I may not be perfect, but I'm trying. Cheers.
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 And the question is, how am I doing as a wife? Honestly, the beginning, the middle, has not been the same. The beginning was filled with a lot of resentment. The beginning was filled with a lot of adjustment. The beginning was filled with a lot of why this and why that. So the beginning, I believe I contaminated a lot because I was still struggling with coming to terms with being a stepmom and being married at an early age and having to be a wife and a mother at the same time when I didn't have kids of my own. So the beginning was really, really bad. I really, really contaminated it very bad. The middle is me grown and understanding ukuthi izinto don't have to be the way that I want them to be. So it's less control and having to learn ukuthi things don't really have to go how I want them to go. Moving forward, I definitely want to do better. You know, I wanna really, really do better. I'm learning, I'm reading, so yeah, I'll do better where I'm not doing better. Yes. Thank you to the audience for that question. Any other question?
Thank you very much, fellow viewers.
Yes.
My question is, going to church or another house of worship important to you?
Going to
Church or another house of is going to church or another house of worship important to you?
Did you catch that, viewers? Is going to church or any other house of worship. So you mean choosing from what we have established to going to any other ministry? Is it important for us? Okay, I'll answer that. I'd rather be at Kingdom Power Church International every other Sunday. I don't want to be going to any other church, especially on a Sunday. Listen, don't invite me on a Sunday. I don't want to do that. I'd rather be at Kingdom Power Church International, and that's me.
Angiphendule solo lento le. Mina my office or my first ministry or my first involvement in preaching as a minister, I was evangelist. And I preached from one church to another. But it come to a stage where God directed me to start this church, Kingdom Power Church International. And for me, it came as a relief because sometimes when you don't have a church and you got the things you want to preach, and then you end up asking, hey, wara. Or sometimes nabakumemile abanye bakuzofile ngathi bakwenzela ifavor ukuthi sikumemile yabona. Manje kwamanje I not the first priority to kushumela kwibandla. I enjoy my church even if it's 5 or 10 or 200, as long I'm in my church with the members of our church. You know, I feel better than being invited now. Gang, gang.
Yes. Thank you. Is there another question, audience?
Yes. Another question is, what other strength do you bring in your relationship?
Did you catch that? What strengths do we each bring to the relationship? That's the question. You start.
I think the background we have. Mina ngine-background ukuthi ngibe nabazali boyi-2 until ngaze ngaba mdala. And umkami is a different story. Now put that together, it works because mina abantwana ngibakhulisa ngendlela engazi ngayo, naye bakhulisa ngendlela azi ngayo. Therefore, there's a balance somewhere. Abseko.
Yeah, I think I always say this, Uguti, it helps that there's one who spoils and there's one who's rigid, so that there's always balance in their home. Because can you imagine if all of us were hard ironed in our parenting, it wouldn't work. So we balance each other nicely, that he's the spoiler, I'm the one who says no, even when there's no reason to say no. I'll be saying no because I know if we were up to him, everything would be a yes. So it almost balances out the equation as to say, how do we then come together and work as a team? Thank you. Is there another question?
Last one.
30 more.
Malela!
You've got a lot.
Preach like a lot. Yes.
In terms of traditions, let's say in your family you want to have this one particular tradition that you would want to adopt. What do you currently have in a tradition that you are doing as a family, and what inspired you to have that particular tradition?
So the question, if you didn't get it, is about traditions or a tradition that we have as a family, and that I think that bonds us together in a way. Okay, I'll start. When we got married and we were faced with step parenting, I bought a book that was written by Dr. Phil. The title is Family First, and I got to learn a few things. The first tradition that I adopted was having boss barats, and that is when we all sit together. That time, Axis Council was defender. We are just giving each and every person a chance to voice out how they are not okay, or what they are dealing with, or if silimazane kanjani, and what would the solution be. So that one tradition is that tradition that has brought me and the girls together, because then we opened up a floor where everyone was able to talk without intimidation, because niazmos in the black family, you can't face your parents. That has years now. But I started that because I could see Uti, if singakhulumi, ithumba will continue to go on and on and on and on. And so we needed to deal with that. So that's the first tradition that we adopted. The other tradition was with the boys was waking up in the morning on a Saturday, and we would all make up the table. We would then prepare breakfast. All of us, my boys can cook, guys, my boys can cook. But again, it was almost that teamwork where low keep plate, low keep glass, low keep komichi, low and zamakanda. But we are all together in that, and then we'll sit and then we'll chill together and have breakfast. Obviously some days we are going out, but it's almost like our Saturdays are family days. And now it has changed dynamics because the boys and the kids and the girls have grown. So it's either we are attending soccer, but Saturdays we don't normally take engagement. I don't cook on Saturdays unless I really have to. But Saturdays we make sure we keep that tradition that keeps us all together. We are able to check in, we are able to sit at a table, and we are able to talk to one another.
No, it's the same.
It's the same thing. Thank you. Next.
Okay. Okay. Yes. This also is for the both of you.
Okay.
Are there any things that you used to do before you were married that you miss now that you are married?
So if you didn't catch the question, are there any things that we used to do before we were married and that we miss now because we've obviously stopped doing them?
Before we were married?
Yes.
Yay. Well, it's traveling.
Yeah.
We used to love to travel a lot. Mhlambe sishumayela ekudeni or sitravula. Just we used to travel and traveling.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Travel
I think
experience.
that is it's we used to travel a lot. I think also because the dynamics were really allowing us to do that, we didn't have small kids. It was almost like pack and go. So anywhere where the pastor was invited, I would take along. If I'm not working, mostly I would take along. And we missed that because dynamics have changed. Omunye sekumele asale nabantwana, omunye ahamba emsebenzini. If the other one is traveling, sekumele kube nomunye osele endlini because okwamanje we don't have nannies and all of that, so our kids only rely on us, and I think we enjoy that. He enjoys taking them to school, I enjoy taking them to school, he enjoys picking them up. It's almost time for us to bond. So we do miss the traveling, but I think we've talked about it. We want to revive that. We actually did. We went to Cape Town. We went to Cape Town last month, so we want to revive that.
Upset.
Question.
What does financial partnership mean to you? And how would you like to divide financial responsibilities in your marriage or relationship?
Did you catch that? We're talking finances. The question is about finances. You want to start?
Yeah. I'm Mr. Money.
Yes, Mr. Money.
No, mina ngalengqondo ukuthi nawubaba, you share everything with your wife. Not ukuthi yena afuna ukubuza ukuthi manje yakhe imali uyenzani. Noma umkakho uyasebenza is a bonus for you, but not to take your responsibility as a head of the family. Whatever money I'm making, priority is ekhaya. Ngiyamtshela ngeke ngidealing ehlanganisile lapha isinemali engaka siphathekile so. Now because we're running a church that is very small and we're building, ngiyamtshela ukuthi ngiqhaphanya lapha ngafaka lapha 18 zesonto. It's easy as that. If we complicated. Kwafihla imali then nginkinga. Then imali eqala yabakhona imali nyamalalago, and then nawe unemali ungazazi ukuthi enhle ziyaphi lenkinga. But the financial responsibility, anything the backstop with the father or the husband. Umkakho nakasebenza mvumele akusize la yena afuna khona. Nafuna usithengela into uma abantu eziningi ezithengwayo zingemaball pen ezobusubuso uthola kwenzekani. Miyeka zenzele lento lezo. Ungafuna ukwazi ngibhene ngathi uholile manje no noma ufuna akuboleka imali awunayo umtshela ngifuna ungiboleke 30,000 or 40 rand. And then life goes into le why inkinga ngaka ngazi nami. Hayi imali dabe imali manje into lula kanje.
My answer, guys, I really am spoiled, guys. Like, financially, I really am spoiled. I'm a spoiled wife. I even have the t-shirt, like I'm a spoiled wife. Njengoba umfundisi asho imali yabo ngiyayibiza nje ifike nje ngiyibize nje ifike nami ngiyasebenza mara I know is mine.
Imali nakhona iyabekwa idliwe ibekwe. Imali yadliwa iyabekwa. Nange imali kufanele enjoy experience hlala abantwana like January this year we give them experience by giving Indies the first time we went to a holiday destination in Durai, Cape Town. We planned this over couple of months. Therefore nakhona imali nangekho imali ayikho but nakhona maqaqe ukuthi khona kube khona bekwayo kube khona edliwayo. But the school fees sharp nani koloto mvumane zikhona ndizobhatala dentoni imali. Anything I stress man. And why you stress? Abantu basheshe baphathe inhliziyo ngena bayimali.
imali.
Now to amasamane kolota, negotiator. Actually, someone not a death sentence. Yeah, we are kuluma la but la before. Mina 25 rand. By law, they can't force to.
Yes.
Therefore, you're eating money. So I'm not about to bakuli. Never imali kulobuzile imali. Now it's clonipa na ya clonipa.
Amen.
Anything you respect you back.
Definitely.
You know, and imali futhi inenkinga ukuthi nawidla ngaphandle siphela. Manoyidla endlini iphela ubodama na into yenzile.
Yeah.
Nothingela umkakhe isicathulo imali iphelile mara ukhomba isicathulo.
Yeah.
Finish and clear man.
Finish and clear, man. Any question, guys?
Okay. Next question. Okay.
Yes.
I believe that marriage is seasonal. You know, there's happy days or months or sad ones.
Yes.
So, what are you most excited about this season in your relationship?
Wow.
Difficult one.
Wow. The question is about seasons in marriage, that there's highs, there's lows, there's ups, and then there's downs. So the question is, what are we excited about in this current season?
All right. You see, because you see Rani Bandla, and then I'm a success with Bandla. Nothing as be happy. But I'm a struggle with Bandla. I didn't affect it high. No, mfundisi nje unenkinga ukuthi una extended family eyibandla. Now Tina as him nabantwana bami endlini were okay. But in this season we're also more okay because we saw our progress in our church building. Therefore, that gives us comfort because we are saying if you man still penny, still right, that's going to help the church to grow. Now, in this, yes, but uthando only affect in the surroundings.
Yes.
If there's a finance struggle in the family, it affects uthando big time. Ngoba asitho uthando phelela kumshado abantu badivorce lokho bathandana because kunezinto ezi-affecta uthando like finance and other things enzenzako if umyena angasebenzi put strength no kwamanje we can say we are just average happy into zenzeka ngendlela season sikusizini lana ziyafika inkathi lana kuvuka istorm khona mara phakathi kwestorm kufanele nazi ukuthi istorm siyadlula ningabi nestorm.
No, what I'm excited about is 1212.
You want 112 112 is
this is the season.
You want 112
this is the season.
Lalela, you want 112 akhuluma ngayo umamfundisi is sexual life.
Now you know.
Therefore, 112 uktema.
Now you know.
112 impilo eyenzekayo ngale kamareni.
That's the season for me, guys.
Now leyo it's all in the mind. Amanga leyo ukuthi angeke udle into one every day, amanga leyo.
Manga.
The more uzijwayeza lokho, the more kuba mnandi.
Kumnandi, guys.
Therefore don't ngokhohliswa futhi na ubaba ukuthi hayi ngaphandle yalolwa vatvata manga.
Manga, guys.
Bring it home.
Bring it home.
Bring all this.
That's the season for me.
What?
That's the season.
No, what's the
No. No, the season of 1212 is happening very goody and very blindly, and that's the season. Yes, Amanda! Mandela! Thank you. Next question.
Wow! We got to where we wanted to get to.
Okay.
Since you've touched on the issue of 1212, I don't know whether this will be too personal or not.
Let's hear. Sizocisha my personal. Ngiyadlala.
Are there sexual experiences you'd like to have or things you'd like to try that you haven't tried?
Okay. The question is, are there any sexual things that you like to explore that you haven't tried? Kanjalo, would you like to start? I mean, I know you're the pastor, so it's almost like...
Not the experiences I'm out to man. Come on, style. Come on, Lumpo. Lumpo, what is sexual experiences?
For 20 years, sinencwadi Kama Sutra. So, I mean, if you come style, after 20 years,
we do what we can do.
Yes.
No.
Tinage asinandao you want to which I have in Cameroon. No.
Highway,
Byways, Karini,
Carnival Mall, Carnival City. Send those tola size, Mara, send yazo. There you have
the
it.
only thing we don't do it is doing.
So doing it.
Yeah, but everywhere else touches the move.
Touches the move.
And this thing you work in the mind.
Yes.
Oguti, I must keep this
The fire burning.
Yeah.
The fire burning.
As vale man. Imbuzweni siyabe.
Guys, come on, Mfundisi la. Ne? Remember, this is the pastor, okay? All right, another question.
Okay, another question. This we don't want to.
Yes, I.
Yeah, no. What are your 3 most favorite songs and why?
C2. Oh.
It can be both of you sharing those songs together, or
You mean gospel or
Any other song?
any other song.
Okay. Our 3 most favorite songs, mina ngizoqala. Ingoma le guys bangishela ngayo. Yo, I can never forget that song. Yabo, this guy nje si driver. And then on you bo. Ngale ngoma kaBuya Williams, you've been. Yo, a cool running stream in my personal water. You've been there. Yo, no. For me, that's the one.
3? You want there?
C2, and there was this other song, Bothanda Ukuyidlala. Kuse!
No, I'm a Commodore.
I love that song.
Actually, it's in the Kamala Lale Sisula Krumanga Leon Rich.
Yes, Lion Rich, yeah. And then I heard you changed it and you said Kusel. So, like, I mean, that's special, bro.
That number 3?
Number 3, personal. Mfundisi uhlala athi nyam update young big date. So my favorite song, guys, is Brandy, Broken Hearted. Thank you, bye.
All right, mina ngithanda imikhakha eminingi yomculo, ngithanda imaskandi, ngithanda igospel, ngithanda i-R&B, the OJs or soul music. Therefore, I love The Temptation. Hey, ikhona. Ngithanda the Mighty Clouds of Joy. I will say Mighty Clouds of Joy, I'll pick one song. There's one thing can't take it away. Uthi Lumfo Ujo Legan, I've got Jesus.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then the thing is, Ulezi Zotando, the OJs, you've got Hooks and Me.
Yeah, man.
Yes.
Yeah.
The thing is, go my Manhattans at the kiss and say goodbye.
Yes.
Ngafake extra.
Yes.
Extra more. Sifake amambazo. Yeah, amambazo.
When I sleep, when I try.
Island.
When I sleep,
Sengbulela makhaza. I like them ambazo. Then I like Yashiri Miyama also. No, Yashiri Mslope. At Bamzachi. I love those kind of music. I mean, mixed motion. Nang travel long sebenzi. I like also to play the Jackson Southerners. You know, he makes a way. Jesus, God makes a way. I play. Yeah, and that's all. Versatile.
Msiza!
Yeah, boy.
Hey, man, ay,
Homeless. Angibulela makhaza kwafika wena waceda homeless.
Yes.
Me. Yes. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
We know you've been together for 20 years. But the question that I'm going to ask is, you had goals that you wanted to achieve. And now, for the coming years, as a married couple, where do you see your future?
All right. If you didn't catch the question, it's about our goals going forward as a unit. Who starts?
Start away.
Oh, I start. Yay, guys, goals. I think building a church, as Mfundis alluded to that in the conversation, it takes a lot. And I think obviously, mungakaze wayiqala leyo project, you don't really get to understand the magnitude of it. We've had to put some things on hold to build. So I think okwamanje what we are both focusing on is really just building the work of the Lord, the house of the Lord. Once we are done with that, ngiyakholwa futhi ukuthi naye uNkulunkulu will hasten our things. He will make sure ukuthi everything that we've had to sacrifice, making sure ukuthi indlu iyama, he will repay. He will make sure ukuthi there's no more struggle with the goals that we've had to put aside, with everything we've had to sacrifice, even for our kids. So okwamanje, I believe collectively that's our goal, is to make sure ukuthi indlu iyama kaNkulunkulu, not just makaplan, indlu yangempela, indlu even when we retire, siyishiya, it's something we can look back and see ukuthi no, we've really put our heart and our soul into it. And naye uNkulunkulu la ekhona uyabona ukuthi no, these people abengenzelanga nje just ukuthi badlulise, but bebengenzela because they really saw the importance of doing that.
Amen. Same.
Copy and paste.
Same.
Copy and paste.
Nami ngihlala amagameni wakho. Yeah. Silapho ukuthi siyakhila ministry. We know ukuthi there are people who belongs to Kingdom Power Church International. We may not see them these days because we're in the building. We stopped building the ministry going forward.
Yeah.
We're building the church building. It's like a church building. Because we realized that if we start attending, we're going to grow the church in terms of ministry. But Toluguti asinanda ukonzela. And Solomon uti, I'm building this for the glory of the Lord. Yeah. Solomon, anyone who's praying, looking towards this building, answers will be, the prayers will be answered. Therefore, not saki into kaNkulunkulu for the glory of the Lord. Yes. Asaki into nje temporary. We gotta take time building it. But saki into edoni kaNkulunkulu inkazimulo. Amen.
Next question.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Over.
Yeah.
Okay. What have you learned to appreciate about your better half? You appreciate more now that you did not know when you first got married.
Okay. The question is, what have you learned to appreciate better or more than in the beginning?
Well, my appreciation about her is from the beginning to now. That she didn't give me love, she gave me her life.
Aye.
Because when she said yes, she was 20 years.
Nkosi yami.
And when she was 22 years, we get married. Then today we're 22 together, 20 years being married. Therefore, there's nothing superseded. Therefore, agenza manje okuhle ibhasela. But the fact that she gave me a life that closed the case.
Sure.
Hallelujah.
How do I come back from that? How do I come back from that, guys? Yo, no, like, bruh, I love you.
Amen.
I love you. I appreciate you. I appreciate your softness. I appreciate your love. I appreciate your kindness. I appreciate your smile. I appreciate you wanting to be in a better place all the time.
I want to.
Of course, I want to. But yeah, I think it really gets better with time. Yeah, because okunye bokubona ngathi kuyinkinga, but mawukhula you get to understand much better. So yeah, I love this dude.
Amen.
Yes. Another question? I said this is over, guys, because Shamino, guys, it's after church. Yeah.
Okay, I think this from my side is gonna be the last question.
Okay.
Now, KPCI, it's 11 years
Yes.
this year.
Yes.
You had to deal with a lot of people with different backgrounds.
Yep.
How have you managed to cope with that? And with all the challenges that it comes with, how have you dealt with it?
All right, guys, the question is about Kingdom Power Church International and the challenges and how we've managed to deal with everything up to this far, because we are now 11 years and in existence.
Well, balulekile ukuthi now orana ubiziwe unebandla uncike noma udepende kuNkulunkulu, because abantu can destroy you. Abantu besonto can destroy your family, because abantu besonto are very abusive. Abantu abezesontweni, not all.
Yes.
So let me rephrase that.
Yes.
Some members of the church are very abusive. You only a pastor when you need to do something. You help them, you do everything for them. Abanye, you will go out of the way and make sure that they get other things. I cannot say it here because it will sound personal. But then from there, they just change. They betray you. Abanye bashonelwa abanamali, abanye bashonelwa abanemali. But at the end of the day, you don't know what to do. Whatever you are involved, you become a subject of being betrayed. Therefore, what helped us, Yowabuza Lomfo, undesizile to do what?
To maneuver.
To maneuver. We didn't maneuver, God maneuver us.
Yeah.
Because God is the one who calls us. Now, pastors, when you are running a church or you've got members in your church, number one, ungabafaka esikhwameni ninyawo washo njalo umuntu bishop wathi ungafaka abantu ubona abahamba bazokulimaza. Bathande umunye impostoli wathi be kind and hard. Therefore, yazi ukuthi abantu bashiya uJesu wena bobani mina.
Hey.
Abantu uJesu abanye abaphilisile bathi makubethelwe yena lo. Therefore, don't worry, God will help you. Amen.
Amen. For me, guys, walk. I've been a Mama Mfundisi for 11 years, guys. I think Jehovah Mina has dealt with me as in the 11 years. I've seen things, I've seen people change, but it has not really affected me. I love people, I love God's people. I embrace them. Often those who act otherwise are the ones I run after. ngibonga grace that God has given me to be able to do that. Yabo. But I say this, and I've said this even before we started the church, and I said, if the inside is strong, the outside cannot do anything. So we are always making sure we are strong. Then every other challenge is like, it just bounces off because Tina, the gap. So for me, that has just been the strategy. Let's get this unit strong, and everything else like, well, one of those, it happens, and then it leaves. As long as it doesn't leave us separated and apart, then I believe we are on the great path. Last question?
No, before the last question.
Yes, there's a follow-up, guys.
No, it's not a follow-up.
Oh,
question.
okay. Mm-hmm.
It's a last question from my side.
Oh, okay.
Between the two of you, who is more jealous?
The question is between the two of us, who is more jealous? Jealous of what? What is guys talking about? Okay, let's find out though, because ngikholwa ukuthi jealousy kaningi, jealousy in terms of
like unjona isikhwele nje.
Square. Sikhulumeni ke ngeskhwele. Banoneskhwele phakathi kwami. Mina guys anginaso isikhwele. Yabo, to a point where umfundisi would usually say, "I wena ungithandi." Yabo. Mina, I am a very secure person because I believe isikhwele comes from insecurities. Let me make an example. Esontweni, for example, sibaningi, abantu besifazane baningi. And anginayo lento ukuthi masiphume esontweni semele ngibheke manje ukuthi umfundisi ume nobani. Yo, umfundisi ukhuluma nobani. Yo, ini. The only thing is, as a woman, I know when something is going wrong. And I will say it, but I will say it once. I will not go after it. If there's danger in that one, I will say, mbheke loya, uyingozi. And that's about it. Angeke ngisayilandelele. Wena?
All right. Isikhwele sikaningi ne. Mina nginasikhwele.
Awunaso wena baba, hayi, awunaso.
But kunabantu abanye babakhelesi. Naga khuluma ngomkakho or nomkakho, especially kuma social media. Umuntu enzi ijoke enyanyisayo nje, because the joke le yanginyanyisa le.
Yes.
Ungathi ngomfonela umuntu do wehlanya wena.
Stop it.
Yeah, I mean my wife has got friends babafundisi, like they know ukuthi nabangifonela they ubungani wami. To me nothing wrong. But uyambona umuntu nase over abakhelesi ngamabomu ngoba ufuna ukuthetha ukuthi abanganjani.
Yeah.
Therefore that makes me ngathi undermine, not so nginesikhwele but angifuna ungidelele ngoba yeah.
So there was a text and
Yeah, because
don't do that.
Yeah, look, mina isikhwele esinye sidalwa mhlawumbe lo muntu unayo ungamthembi. But afunanga umuntu athatha advantage whether kuwe or kumkakho because umani kind bese enza khuluma ngamkhuza vele enza funny comment ngomngami ku Facebook. Yena ntombi uyadlala.
Imagine.
Ngamfuna ngadlalela mfo.
Suka lapha.
Emva komfundisi kuno chairman of Black Band Kicks Association. Which is true. Therefore angifuna ngifike lapha masoniphaneni. I respect. I'm a pastor. I've got ladies abenzosontweni abayinabo bangizi. I respect even the husband asekhaya. You know, respect is a respect. Umuntu before ngithi unkosikazi umuntu ehlonishwa. First ngihlonipha mina. You know, therefore I was preaching a series last time ikhuluma nge reputation. Therefore my reputation is very important. Therefore nawe make sure ukuthi I will be careless. Amen.
Amen. Okay.
Nitholile ubalo nesikhwele nitholile ne?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, there's only just 2 more
Also
questions
nesikhwela
left.
kahloniphi khulule.
Khulula.
There's 2 questions left.
Yes.
The other one is maybe a bit serious, but the other one is very light. So,
Light.
so the first one is
Copyright.
it's light, yeah, it's very light. What are your biggest fears about your relationship?
The question is about our fears. Ever thought about that?
Well, I'm not sure the people I'm right now.
Okay.
But my fear is to fail to take care of my family. That will affect my relationship. I'm a wish, ne? Ifiso.
Yes.
Engifuna ngabe ifamily yami iphila ngakhona. You know, like for instance, I want a certain house. I want them to, my wife to drive a certain car. Angifuna sebenze hard ngokwasha njengoba sister asinama neni because we put all our resources in building the church. Therefore, I wish those things can be fixed. So that zingabe ama fears kimi. Danko.
Yes, man, I don't think I've thought that far. I'm a more live in the moment kind of a person. Yeah, nginalento ukuthi if you live in fear, it almost bottles you and you don't get to enjoy the now. You don't get to enjoy the happiness because you are always worried with, oh, what if? So yeah, I mean, I have not thought that far. Yes.
Okay, last question.
Question.
So this is you guys asking each other.
Okay.
My question to you two, but you be asking each other.
Okay.
E.T., do I tell you I love you enough? And then what more can I do to honor you? Amen.
No, there's
Let me turn for this one.
There's a song by the OJ. Said, what more can I have to do to prove that I love you? Do I call you enough?
Yeah,
Do I say I tell you enough that I love you?
No, you don't.
Okay.
The other question was what more?
What more can I do to improve?
honor you.
To honor you.
Yes.
Then the galok.
I think we can improve on the communication. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. So do I tell you enough that I love you? Do I?
No, 5 out of 10.
5 out of 10.
Yeah.
And what can I do to honor you?
To show more respect.
Show more respect. Okay.
Done.
All right, guys. Woo! We did it. Listen. It was not easy getting here, and this dude is not one to sit and talk about all of this. But okay, I am glad. Thank you, baby, so much for doing this. I know go to Agagabina direction with Senzan. When's one? Why are we interviewing? Why are we doing this? But I'm glad and I'm grateful for honoring me and sitting here and doing this with me. And of course, thank you to the audience. It's been great fun. Now you know a little bit more about us, and I'm hoping Uguti will do a round table where we sit with other people where we can go deep inner. And you know what to do if you've got comments, if you've got questions, and do that. Ask on the comment section. Thank you so much for joining us. Peace. We love you. Amen.